Hey friends, welcome back to Llama Mama Kayla's Yarn Tube. I'm Kayla. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me today. I hope you're having a great day. Whatever day you're able to sit down and watch this, I hope it's a wonderful day for you. So today was Big Daddy and I's anniversary, and so this video is about our anniversary and what we did and where we went and what we ate. Yeah, that's it, and there we are. Hey friends, thanks for hanging out with me a little bit today, tonight, this morning, whatever day you're watching this, it doesn't matter. My videos are here for your convenience. I am recording this Saturday night, so whenever you see it and have a chance to sit down and visit is great. But I tell you what, I think I'm going to wrap my blanket around me. I'm a little bit chilly, so I'm going to wrap my blanket around me a little bit so I can get cozy and visit with my friends. So what are you all up to? Tell me what's going on, what's keeping you busy. I like to hear things like that, just to know, you know, like, what's going on in your world. I'm going to tell you about my world. I'd like to know about your world too. When I meet people out in public, you know, they know everything about me, but I don't know anything about them. And so I usually ask like a lot of questions because I'm just trying to learn more about the person and, you know, what's going on with them and, you know, get to know them a little bit like they know me. Okay, I'm going to tell you a spoiler alert right now. I am so full that I am nauseated and feel like I could throw up at any minute, and I just might. I hate that feeling, but it is what it is. If I was to drop my phone, crochet hook, my glasses, or whatever, if I was to drop them on the floor right now, they would just have to stay there because there is no way I could bend over to pick anything up because I would just be sick. So today is mine and Big Daddy's anniversary. Saturday, October the 19th is our anniversary, and so we have already celebrated. We're back home. I have my pajamas on. I feel like I'm a floating head. I don't mean to be a floating head. I don't like that. I have my pajamas on, and I'm just, you know, getting cozy. I would get something to drink, but honestly, I feel like if I was to drink anything, there's nowhere for it to go. Oh, let me just back up. Let me back up a little bit and give you the pre-scoop, okay? Friday morning, I woke up sick. I was so nauseated. I was just miserable. I felt horrible. And so I laid there in the bed for a little while and looked at my phone, and I saw that my neighbor was at her aunt's house just a couple of streets over having a yard sale. And I saw some things on there that I thought Zeke would want. Now, he and his siblings like to have airsoft wars, and they have a field, like a little patch of woods next to their house where they have some trails cut in through there, and they like to decorate it and try to hang like scary stuff and, you know, things like that. He's a 14-year-old boy, okay? He likes stuff like that. So I saw some things that he might want, skeleton heads and some bones and such. And so I was like, I bet Zeke would want to go down there and look through that stuff. And I felt horrible, but I wanted to do it anyway for Zeke. He does stuff for me, and he probably helps me when he don't feel like helping me sometimes, you know. So I pulled it together and text his mom and say, you know, hey, so-and-so is having a rummage sale at her aunt's house. Does Zeke want to go? I'll drive him down there if he wants to go look through that. Because he told me he was looking for stuff to decorate the airsoft field. And she said, yeah, he could go. And so I said, well, I'll be down there in a minute. So I got my clothes on and went and picked him up. And then his sister Evie wanted to go. So we went down to the yard sale, and he found some skeletons. No, some skulls. I think he found four skulls, maybe some parts and pieces of skeletons, and then some kind of skull head stack or something like that. But he found a few things. And then Evie found like a dog book she wanted, and let's see, and a slinky. And then Zeke, he went looking for stuff to resell. He's gotten that bug. I told him what, you know, my kids used to do, and he has gotten that bug, and so he's doing that and reselling stuff on Etsy. He found a Barbie doll for $10, and it is it's a really old Barbie doll in great condition. She was a stewardess, I think, and so yeah, he plans to flip that. He was looking it up online to seeing how much they have sold for, and he was really excited about that. But he found several things that he got that he plans to flip. And I found a few little items, just some little bitty tiny cloth dolls and bears and rabbits and all that. And so I had them in my hands like this. And so I went up to Amy, who was having the rummage sale, and I said, hey, I need to pay you for these right here. And she said, just take them. I said, no, I need to pay you for them. And she said, nobody's going to miss that stuff. Just take it. And so I was like, I wasn't going to do that. And so I was dropping stuff, and Evie was having to pick stuff up for me. So I saw a little small box that just had a few things in it. So I dumped those out and put my things in there. And I added some more things to it. Little trinkets and cutesy little things. I ain't even got my box out of the car yet, but some stuff like that. And then what I was planning on doing, because I didn't have any cash, I only had my ATM card, and so I was thinking we would go by, put some stuff in a pile that Zeke wanted or whatever, and then we would go to the bank, to the ATM, and get some cash out, and then come back by and pay her. So I didn't figure Zeke had money anyway. I figured I was paying for his. And so Zeke had money. So I thought, well, I'll just let Zeke pay for mine then, because he had a lot of money. He had a lot of money. His job must pay him well, because he had a lot of money. And so I thought, well, I'll just let him pay for mine, and then we'll go to the ATM. But anyway, so my box, I had told him that I was finished with my box if he wanted to set it over there, because I was having a hard time carrying it. And then I told him, I said, I gotta go sit in the car, but y'all go ahead and look. Don't be in a hurry. It's not hot. I'll be fine sitting right there in the car. I'll have the door open. But I just gotta get off my legs, because my legs were feeling really weak. And I was feeling so nauseated. And so Evie finished looking, and he went over there, and Amy was telling him, for all this right here, and that was including my box of stuff, she said $5. And so I was like, okay. Anyway, so they came and got in the car, and we headed uptown. They wanted to go thrift store shopping, is what they wanted to do. And I said, and I was going to run to the ATM, get some money out and pay him. And I was thinking, maybe if I drink something really cold, it would help my nauseous, feeling go away. So I thought, I'm going to get an icy when we're uptown. So Zeke used my phone and texted his mom to see if they could go thrift store, and she said no, they had schoolwork. They were both so disappointed. They were wanting to go dig around in some thrift stores, and I would have done it just because, not that I felt like it, but because they wanted to so bad, But we went to the ATM. I ended up going through the drive-thru and told the lady, to give me some fives. And then I told Zeke, get you a 5 out of this envelope. And then we went across the street to the store, and I got everybody a icy, me, Zeke, Evie, and the 2 little kids that were still at home. I got everybody an icy. But anyway, we went on back home, and Zeke would not take the $5. She said it was $5 for all that. So, And he had paid for like this little pile he had put together, and then he shopped some more and put another pile together, and then this was his third pile. Oh, and so she only charged him $5 for this pile, and it had my box sitting there with it. But he wouldn't take my $5, but I'll pay him to do stuff around here anyway, you know, so he'll end up with the $5 and plus more. But anyway, I came on home and drank my icy, but I still felt really nauseated, and then I got super sleepy. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to take a Zofran, because that'll help the nausea, and I'm going to go to bed. And so I thought, I'll lay down a little bit, I'll lay down, then I'll feel better when I get up. Big Daddy got home. I mean, I slept, okay? The whole day. Big Daddy got home and come in there to check on me. And then he's like, what you want for dinner? I said, well, I have some leftovers. And then I was like, I hadn't even ate anything today, so I probably need to try to eat something. So I did try to eat, but I couldn't. I just felt like I was going to throw up at any minute, so I wasn't able to eat. And then I ended up taking mine in there and asking Big Daddy if he wanted it. And he said, why didn't you eat? I said, I just can't. I said, I'm going to lay down. So I went and laid back down. And I took some more Zofran and my prednisone, because I thought, well, that'll help me feel better for Saturday so we can go out. Because I was really worried about, I don't want to feel like this and not be able to go out to eat, you know. So anyway, Saturday morning, I fixed me, I had a baked potato in the fridge, and so I got it out and put it in the microwave and warmed it up, tried to soften it up the best that I could, and I could not get that baked potato down. I threw up and threw up and threw up. Matter of fact, my icy cup was sitting over here, and so I almost threw up 32 ounces. Seriously. I know that's TMI, but you know what you're in for when you come here. And so, I was so sick. My son Elijah called me. I talked to him for a little while. I told him, I said, I'm just so sick. Well, actually, I fell asleep after I threw up a lot. Then I fell asleep just sitting right here in my computer chair at my desk. And then Elijah called and it woke me up. So I talked with him for a little while. I told him how sick I was. And he's sick also. He, somebody coughed on him. He said, I knew that girl was sick. And she had come up and asked him for something, and he said she coughed on him, and now he is so sick with the stuffy head. And actually he said, after we had talked for a while, he said, I feel like I'm going to throw up. I got to go. And so I told him, I said, you got Zofran? He said, yeah. I said, take you some. And so after you throw up, take some Zofran and go lay down. Anyway, so Big Daddy had got up and I was fighting nausea. I just felt really bad, just felt horrible. But I kind of felt like I was feeling so nauseated because I was empty and just hadn't ate anything and had anything in me. But I didn't know for sure. But anyway, I told him, come on, let's go. We had our reservation for at 4 o'clock. And, you know, I knew they weren't going to be busy. If we got there a little early, it was going to be fine. And we got there, and I'm going to put in some clips and such from, you know, our time there. We tried to get a good photo of us, but yeah, it was goofy looking. I should have asked our waitress to take our photo. But anyway, I told her it was our anniversary and we were looking for the full experience. It was our first time here at Okaloosa. And but let me just tell you, the food was delicious. And I knew our anniversary was coming up, right? October 19th. Happens every year. So I had been putting back a little money here and there, and saved, you know, some back for our anniversary meal. And so I told Big Daddy, I said, don't worry about what you order. I've got it. I saved it up and I've got it. And he was like, you sure? Like, well, what you got? I was like, don't worry about it. That ain't none of your business. Just know that I've got it. And so, cause you know, I do that when I know you know, a special occasion is coming up. I'll stick money back for 3 or 4 paydays or whatever. That won't, you know, not enough that it's going to be missed, just a little bit at a time until I get up, you know, what I think we need. And so anyway, so I told him, I said, we're getting the full experience. We never do this when we go out to eat. We usually get a meal and share it. Okay, that's how we are able to go out to eat, because we get one meal and share it a lot. But anyway, I told him, I said, we're getting the full experience, and we never do that at restaurants. We never get like an appetizer and meals and dessert and drink. We never do all that, okay? Matter of fact, Big Daddy always drinks water. I don't, because I can't stand it. I have to get my sweet tea. I can't stand water. I'll drink water sometimes, but a lot of times at restaurants, water just tastes really bad to me. But he don't care. He can drink it. He'd drink water out of a ditch. But anyway, so I'm just gonna tell you what we had, okay? For appetizer, they only have 4 appetizers, and 3 of them were fries, and there's no way I'm getting French fries down my esophagus. And so they had seared tuna. So I was able to eat some tuna fish a while back, but I got burnt out on it. So anyway, I said, and I hadn't had any in a good while. So I said, okay, we could get that seared tuna. So basically, it's a slab of tuna, and they seasoned it and put it in a pan and kind of brown the outside a little bit. And the inside is basically raw. And they put it on a plate and sliced it up. There was some cucumbers and some carrots. And then there was a bowl of some kind of plum sauce. That's what we decided it was some kind of plum sauce. We could have asked the girl, but never thought about it while she was at the table. So it was basically raw tuna. Neither one of us have ever had that before, like, you know, tuna out of the sea. A slab of fish, tuna, you know, tuna fish. And so it was really good. I thought, okay, well, I'll just take a bite, spit it out, and just to see what it tastes like, and then he can have it, you know. He took a bite, and he started eating that stuff like he wasn't getting anything else to eat. He cut me up some small little bitty bites. And when I say small little bitty bites, I have to have the smallest, tiniest little sliver of anything. Now, to me, the tuna didn't really taste like anything. It did have some seasoning on the outside, but I had a lot of inside pieces. I didn't really feel like it tasted like anything. But if I dipped it in that plum sauce, it had good flavor. It tasted good. The plum sauce, I guess, brought out the flavor from the tuna. And it wasn't chewy. You know, like some things are chewy, and I ain't never going to be able to chew that up to swallow it. But the tuna, it just kind of disappeared in my mouth. Like, I don't even know if I'm swallowing it. It just kind of disappeared. And so, I ate a few pieces of that. Big Daddy kept cutting me up some little bitty pieces, but he was eating the heck out of that tuna. And then he stopped. I said, go ahead and eat the rest. And he said, oh, you eat it. He said, I've already ate about 90% of it. I said, I noticed, but I'm good. Because let me tell you something, even though I am large, and you can see I'm large, I know I'm large, but let me just tell you, my stomach only holds a tiny bit of food. You would think I would not be this large, but I am. I'm destined to be this size, okay? Because I really do not eat much. you know, I have that feeding tube, and that balloon is inside my stomach, and it takes up some space, but it's not that big. It's not a huge balloon in there. I did drink a lot of tea when we first sat down because I was trying to get something in my stomach so it would stop thinking, you know, my throat had been cut and it wasn't getting anything in it. So anyway, and then by then our meal came before we even finished the tuna. So I had ordered catfish stuffed with boudin, Louisiana seasoned boudin, with etouffee, a sauce all over that, and mashed potatoes. Because I can, a lot of times, not every time, but a lot of times I can eat some catfish, because catfish just kind of flakes up and breaks off into little bitty pieces, and it's real easy to just swallow, chew up and swallow. It just flakes into tiny little shivers. I mean, you know, it's into nothing. And I can swallow that a lot of times. Sometimes I can't. Sometimes I can't even get water down, okay? So you just never know. And then the boudin, it is the same way. It's just little bitty bites. And it just crumbles up to nothing. And a lot of times I'm able to get boudin down. And mashed potatoes, a lot of times I'm able to eat mashed potatoes. So, and then it had etouffee sauce over that, and it did have shrimp and crawfish. Now, I cannot eat those. I did chew up a crawfish, but I had to take it out and throw it away because I was just chewing and chewing and chewing on that crawfish, and it wasn't nothing was happening to it. So I picked out all my crawfish and put them on Big Daddy's plate. Big Daddy got the captain's platter. I think maybe he had shrimp, catfish, and chicken, I think. And that was just a fried platter. So that's what he got. And I gave him all my crawfish, and mine did come with a very lovely piece of bread. I haven't had bread in years and years and years, because there's no way it's going down my esophagus. It just clogs up. If you're new here and don't know, by the way, I guess I should say that, I do have scleroderma, and it hardened my esophagus, and so it doesn't work, and I can't swallow food like everybody else can, like you can, most likely. And then I just ate a tiny bit. I didn't even eat a half of my fish. I cut it open so that I could get some boudin out of the middle of it. I didn't even eat a third of it. I really didn't. I ate a little bit of mashed potatoes. I ate some of the boudin inside, and I ate some of the fish. Let me just tell you, it tastes so yummy. I ate more than what my stomach was really wanting. I ate a couple bites more, but then I said, I better not push it. I'm going to stop right there. I better not push it. And Big Daddy was like, well, you could eat off of that another 3 times. I was like, I know. So I asked her for some more etouffee sauce to go on top of my mashed potatoes and stuff. And so she brought me that. And then I didn't eat any more of my plate because I brought it home. I got a to-go box. She came, and I had already told her we were getting a dessert, and she came and was asked, was we ready to order our dessert? And we got a biscuit mud pie. Oh my gosh. She brought that out. We just got one and shared it. She brought that out, and let me just tell you, like, that was so yummy. It was so good. I was just like wanting to dive off into that, okay, and eat it. It was so good. I don't even know what all was in it, but it tasted very good. It was so yummy. But I couldn't eat much of it, and we ended up leaving a good bit of it I told Big Dad, I said, well, I could ask her for a little cup to put that in. He said, no, it won't be any good later. So I said, okay. But I ate all that I could, and then he ate all that he wanted of it, and we were so stuffed. We were. It was a delicious, delicious meal. Okay, it was very good. Very good. So I'm going to take this opportunity to add some clips and let you see where we went and ate, and a few photos of us, I think. We took 3 photos, and I think they all didn't turn out very good. I'll share all 3. Okay, so here is the restaurant where we went and ate. Okay, here we are driving up to the restaurant. The name of the restaurant is Okaloosa. And so we are driving around to park. And here we are at our table. You can see we're outside in the jungle. There was a big mirror behind Big Daddy on that brick wall. And so, yeah, we've ordered our food, and I think we're just waiting, you know, chatting and waiting. Now, we've eaten by now, and that is our dessert. And here we are just kind of looking around, just trying to give you a little glimpse of what the courtyard looked like. We were kind of sitting over secluded by ourselves, and it was nice. We was able to just sit there and relax and talk and just enjoy each other while we waited on our food. And so we are done now, and we are about to leave. So walking through the courtyard, and as I was editing this, I realized I had to mute it because it did have loud music playing. It was 80s rock. Matter of fact, a Michael Jackson song came on as I was walking through here, and that's what made me realize, oh, I'm going to have to mute that. So, anyway, this is the courtyard. They had some different walls with different paintings and such on it, but I was really wanting to go up and see this one right here, because it was a cool looking wall. And so, this fence, they had like a beach scene there, and so we should have took photos in front of these walls, but we didn't. Maybe next time when we go to there again for another special occasion. So this is where like kids hang out after they've ate, you know, and parents are hanging out. They have that bounce house that's not blown up yet, and kids running around doing things. Now this camper here has all kinds of like electronic games, tabletop electronic games. I kind of peeked in to see what it was, but there's different arcade games and stuff like that in there. Those little tables are arcade games. That's all I know. But anyway, I think that's cool that they have a place for kids to go and hang out and let parents finish eating or visit with friends and such, because this is kind of like a hangout type place. And here in the front yard, you can't see, but there's yard games out there like cornhole. Do you know what cornhole game is? They have several of those set out there, and like just different yard games. So we left the restaurant. It's still daylight. I'm so stuffed. I had a book I was looking at in the car. Matter of fact, this book right here. I always take amigurumi books to the car with me. And I was looking at this book in the car, and I dropped it because I can't hold on to nothing, right? I could not bend over to get the book. I told Big Daddy, I said, if I bend over, I'm going to throw up. So anyway, we decided to just ride around for a minute. And so we decided to go down Tower Drive because they have, they've started setting up the skeletons. I guess they may have them set up by now. I don't know. Skeleton decorations. Something about this road. All the businesses set up skeletons every year. It's a fundraiser type thing because the businesses pay. I don't know why. They pay to set up skeletons and be included in this for people to ride down the road and see the skeletons. Now, I cannot remember where the money goes to. I don't know if it goes to the same place every year or if it's a new location that they support every year. Anyway, so we drove by and took some video footage of the skeletons and such. And so I will share those with you guys right here. Here we go, driving down Tower Drive, looking at the skeletons. We passed some of them kind of quickly because there were cars behind us, but you can always slow a video down if you would like. I could have slowed this down, but actually the video is long enough as it was. But just giving you an idea of what's going on over here in Monroe, Louisiana with the skeletons climbing up the trees. I guess, I don't know. Is that what's happening in your town? I have no idea. But I probably won't talk all the way through this either because, yeah. I think you already know. I'm not feeling so hot, but I wanted to share this. This little next part we're coming up on, I don't know, it's always, every October they put out a whole slew of skeletons right here. And let's see how well we can see them. Big Daddy was able to go a little slower at this point. Well, when we turn. I guess I could have cut that clip out. So they have skeletons dressed up. They'll have like the name of the business, and then they'll have the skeletons either dressed up kind of like that business, and the sun was right on that. As we go around it, you'll be able to see the skeletons better, but sometimes they set up like little silly little scenes or, you know, little skit-like things. And sometimes they make it look like, you know, the people who actually work at these businesses. Doesn't look like as many this year as it was last year out there. You might remember all those photos I posted on Instagram. Maybe I will have a day where I feel better before they take the skeletons down. I can go and take some more photos of them. There's a big old skeleton dressed as Santa Claus. I don't know what that's all about. And then there's this one skeleton right here. It says dead end. And then this is Cece's Coffee House, and they always are loaded down with skeletons come October every year. They set up so many different scenes and just different things out there. So do you have anything in your town going on like this where the skeletons have just invaded? And I don't know what the deal is. Then we're able to go up and get turned around so that we're headed back the other way, and you can see the skeletons on the opposite side of the road. Yeah, this whole road here just loads, all the businesses put skeletons out and just loads up their front lawn. Usually, you know, with some kind of cute skeleton skits or something. And of course that sun is right there. We should have waited till the sun went down a little bit lower. That golden hour. We're going to come up on some more skeletons soon, I promise. I'm really just trying to get this edited and uploaded, and it takes a few minutes to weld it together and all that kind of stuff, but trying to get it done up so I can go and lay down soon. But I wanted to get this video out for you guys so y'all know what we ended up doing for our anniversary and all. We went and looked at skeletons. Isn't that what everyone does? Guess that was Luke and Princess Leia that we just passed. I don't know what some of the little, like I can't even explain some of them. I wouldn't even try, because I have no idea. Some of them you can kind of, you know, figure out. That was cute. We went by that totally too fast. Now this group here, I don't know what they're doing, but it looks like they're having fun. It reminds me of a song that kids used to sing and dance around a pole. And I cannot think of it. Mayberry Pole? Is that it? So that is the skeleton display in our town. And, yeah, we came on home because I was miserable. I still am. I'm miserable right now. Honestly, I feel like I need to go throw up, but I don't want to waste my food. I need it. I need it really bad to stay in me. So I'm probably going to take a Zofran and just go lay down because I am zonked. I really am. I mean, I'm sleepy, I'm yawning, and I am so full that I feel like I need to stretch out instead of being sitting like this. But we enjoyed our day. Big Daddy slept late. He got up this morning. He had originally said he was going to get a haircut this morning, and he got up this morning, and I said, why don't you go lay back down or something like that? And he said, I think I will. And he went and laid back down and slept a long time. I was on the phone with my son Elijah, and actually I said, I feel like I might need to go check on him. And I was supposed to go check on him, and then I heard him get up. I heard him shuffling around in there and was coming this way. So I said, oh, here he comes. He's getting up. So he got to sleep. I, you know, felt nauseated all day and a little bit miserable. But I enjoyed sitting out there. We ate outside in the courtyard there. Of course, you saw that. And I enjoyed just sitting there with Big Daddy and talking and chatting and just, you know, catching up on some things maybe I hadn't mentioned to him. Because I hadn't even told him about me and Zeke and Evie going, you know, anywhere Friday. So I was telling him about that. And he was telling me some stuff about work, and we talked about stuff we need to do. But anyway, yep, that was our day, and we enjoyed it. So my son Elijah called, and I had to cut off the video to answer. He's sick, and I just wanted to, you know, make sure he was okay. But he was calling to ask how our dinner was, and So I told him about our dinner and what we've done and, you know, all that kind of stuff. Nothing exciting, but we enjoyed it. We enjoyed just spending time together, and that's really what counts. You know, it's not like what we did or didn't do. It's the time we spent together. So, yeah. And I'm sorry I'm not feeling so great in this video. I mean, I do feel sick feeling. And, you know, I was just talking with him. He has got like a whole head cold thing going on. But he's also nauseated. And he said he's just so sick feeling that he was just going to take a Finnegan and going to bed. And I told him I was supposed to take Zofran and go to bed. I do have Finnegan also, but I probably should just take a Zofran. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to share with you guys, you know, about our anniversary day and what we did and just chat with you guys a little bit. And like I said, I'm sorry I do feel so bad, but it's part of life. I hope I don't have anything else going on. I hope it's just my weirdness. I might have to find somewhere else to set that light because I can't stand the little rings it put in my eyes. It's like I'm an alien or something. Y'all know you never can tell what I'm going to say on here. It's always going to be something. Oh goodness. Well, I will chat with you guys later. I'll see you in the next video. I hope you have a wonderful day. My tomorrow is Sunday. Like I said, I don't know when you're actually... there I am, back floating head. I can't stand that. So, tomorrow is Sunday for me. And so, I gotta get better because I got plans for tomorrow. Yeah. Crochet plans. So, yeah. I'll see you in the next video, friends. Love you. Here are a couple of new photos that we took tonight of the sky to see the comet. I can faintly see it. See if you can. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Remember, it is a beautiful day to crochet. I hope you've had a lovely weekend. If your weekend's not over, I hope the rest of it's great too. Just going out with Big Daddy and enjoying our anniversary dinner was a wonderful time for me.